Sure. Everything looks good. Can you see me? Yes. So I am live today, and we are talking about fake Christianity. There has been a resurgence of fake Christianity. And I thought, you know what? Let's have a conversation about it. I think, no, I think, I know that when it comes to Christianity, people often say I am Christian not because they are truly Christians in the sense of they understand what it means to be called a Christian, but I believe people say they are a Christian because of their previous experience, what they were brought up in, who raised them, and what their belief system truly is. Fake Christianity. This is what we are talking about today. I honestly believe that if we actually were to ask the people that say, yes, I am a Christian, and say, okay, can you explain why you're a Christian? And can you show evidence of being a Christian? The number of Christians who profess to be Christians on paper will change. There will be less people. Far, far less people. Fake Christianity is rampant. It's prevalent. It's I would often go as far as saying that it is what the majority of Christianity in today's day is. Fake. Because if we go back and really look at what true Christianity is, we will quickly find that Christianity is giving evidence. Can by somebody looking at your life, can somebody say, hey, I can tell you are a Christian? If you can't give evidence to your Christianity, are you really a Christian? There are too many fake Christians. I'm going to say it again. If you can't give evidence, or if somebody looks at you and they can't see any elements of Christianity in you, are you really a Christian? Genuine question. And I'm going to talk about this in terms of if somebody looks at you and you are a Muslim and they can't tell you're a Muslim, are you a Muslim? What I'm talking today about is mainly about fake Christianity. Most of the people who say they are Christian are actually fake Christians, because most of the people who say they are Christians don't even know what a Christian actually is. People believe that a Christian is somebody who goes to church on Easter, Christmas. When somebody dies, they go to a church. When someone gets married, they go to a funeral in a church. And when you're a baby, you have a godmother and a godfather. And if you christen a baby, that means that baby is a Christian for life. That is the current understanding of Christianity, especially in the West. That if you just do these little things, you are a Christian. I was watching a video that I've actually shown on this channel about. I'm gonna play it actually. I didn't think I was gonna play it today, but I'm gonna play it. You guys are making me play some videos today, which is fun, isn't it? So what I'm gonna do is I am going to go play a little video about um a drag queen talking about Christianity. Let's go.
Are you religious? I am a Seventh day Adventist. Okay. Like, no pressure, but Jesus is great. This winter, RuPaul's Drag Race moves to TBN.
I'm gonna play it one more time for you guys.
Are you religious? I am a Seventh day Adventist. Okay. Like, no pressure, but Jesus is great. This winter, RuPaul's Drag Race moves to TBN.
RuPaul's Drag Race. The I don't know the name of the drag artist, but we have lost the understanding of what true Christianity is. We believe that Christianity is based upon what you were raised in, it's based upon what you were born into or what you have previously identified in. We actually believe that if you've been christened or you've been baptized, that makes you a Christian. That those acts define what you are, that you have to do a certain number of things. And once you do those things, you are a Christian. That's a lie. That is the biggest lie. And this is how the devil gets people. Because if you believe that all you gotta do is get baptized, all you gotta do is do communion, all you gotta do is get christened, and that makes you a Christian and you get an automatic ticket to heaven, you are mistaken. You are sorely mistaken. Because oh god, I don't want to do a Bible study, but I will talk about Paul. Paul talks about this. He talks about how he brings his body into submission so that as he is preaching, he himself will not be a castaway. Paul is saying in that, he's saying that, listen, I am Paul. We know the story of Paul, right, in the Bible. And he's saying, even though he is a person who is going to do God's mission, who has been called to do the work of God, he can also, even though he's done all these accolades, he's praying, hey, even though I am poor and I've done a lot for God, I need to fight myself every day that I don't fail, that I don't lose focus. Christianity is not based upon one action. I got a few comments saying, hi, is your parents white? No, they are not. Uh, I have another comment from Emmy saying, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for saying hi. I think it's what walaikum salam. I think I butchered that. I think it's peace be upon you, and then you say back. I don't know the exact greetings. Please correct me down there in the comment section. But yes, we have lost the understanding of Christianity and what it means to be a Christian. I am going to talk to you a little bit about just one little Bible verse to hammer down this point about fake Christianity and why I am sick and tired of seeing it. There's so many people who say I am a Christian, and I ask them, okay, why are you a Christian? And the answer they give me is what they've been through as a child or their family. And they're like, my family is Christian. Um, I go to church on Christmas Day. And I'm like, I understand the sentiment of that. But if we look at the truth of it, it's are you really understanding what it means to be a Christian? Are you showing evidence of being a Christian? If somebody could not, if you didn't tell someone you're a Christian, can somebody by looking at you say, I can tell they're a Christian? Do the people around you see you as a Christian? Are they like, yep, this person is a Christian? I'm not saying you have to follow specific values or beliefs, but you have to show evidence. If you're a good person, people will know you're a good person. Even if you don't tell them you're a good person, they will see it. There will be evidence of it. The things you do, the way you are, the way you communicate. I have Apex, I think, is it Apex Max? I'm not too sure. I have Apex saying, hey, I'm hey, I'm back, dude. My dad allowed me to stay till 4. Um, in your time it's 6 p.m. Oh, stay till 12. Thank you. Are you staying up just for to watch me? If you are, thank you. I have Benny saying, "Hey there, what is your stream about?" I've just found it. So we are talking about fake Christianity. So you stayed up just to watch me. Thank you for coming back every day, by the way. Really appreciate it. Of course, you're interested. I appreciate it. We are talking today about fake Christianity. If you've just come into the live, I am saying that a lot of people that say they are Christians are actually fake Christians. In fact, I would go as far as saying the majority of people that profess Christianity don't fully understand what it means. Have you ever studied Christianity? We think Christianity is this lovely religion of love and peace and, you know, acceptance and joy, and nothing bad happens. We, oh, you're waiting for a few hours. I apologize. I had a lot to do today. So it took a while to go live today. But I'm here and thank you for coming. We think of Christianity in a nice little Disney Disney way. If you Here's my homework for you. Look Research a book called Fox's Book of Martyr. I wonder if I can Fox's Book of Martyr, like Foxe apostrophe S, and then Book of Martyrs, Martyrs. This book talks about the persecution that Christians went through. Yes, I know that in most religions, each religious belief has gone through its own journey of persecution. But in terms of Christianity, we have we have lost what it means to be a Christian because we don't understand the sacrifice it took to become a Christian. Yes, there is Catholic, Protestants, um, what other Anglican, Church of England, Adventist, Baptist, Lutherans. There's so many Christian beliefs and groups. But if, for example, we look at the Protestant movement, it was built by a lot of death. A lot of people had to die. Look at what the Dark Ages did. The Dark Ages and the Enlightenment. In the Dark Ages, the Bibles were actually locked to the church. Unless you were in the church and it was read to you, you couldn't have access to a Bible. Then we came into the Enlightenment. That was when a lot happened. In the Enlightenment, we had the Industrial Revolution. This is when people are given accesses to the Bible. John Gutenberg, with the printing press, was able to um, print out Bibles, and then Bibles became distributed across the whole world. Christians don't know who they are. If you don't know your identity, you are very likely to forget it. And the thing is, we think being a Christian again is you go to church maybe twice a year, you get christened or you get baptized, or you do the little things. No, being a Christian is what you do every day. Being a Christian is being the type of person that if nobody is watching, you stay consistent. Being a Christian is if people, if you are able to get people in, how can I put it nicely? Regardless of where you are, people will say the same thing about you. That I can tell based upon the way they conduct business, the way they communicate, the way they talk, the way they laugh, the way they just experience life, that this person might have or has Christian values, right? So this is a challenge for you. If somebody was to watch you, let's say spy on you, let's say that somebody was able to hire a spy to look at your life, could, after they have done their spying, say, yes, this person's a Christian? If somebody was to accuse you of being a Christian, would there be enough evidence for them to convict you? Would they be able to be like, okay, we can clearly see and there's evidence that this person is a Christian? Not that they go to church twice a year, not that they went to a wedding 3 years ago and haven't prayed since then, so they're Christian because of that. There has to be evidence. If somebody was trying to accuse you of being a Christian, could they prove it? Is there evidence? If people can't find evidence in your life that you are a Christian, are you truly a Christian? What is a Christian? A Christian is one who walks in this world as Jesus walked, as Christ walked, right? That is a Christian. And if you are the kind of person that is now walking in this world as Jesus walked, people should be able to see a difference in you. People should be like, this person is not walking normally. Jesus did not walk normally into this world. No. So why should you? Genuine question. You know what? Why should you? You need to show evidence that you are a Christian. If you can't prove you are a Christian, are you really a Christian? Because I know that being a Christian is personal. It's a personal walk with God. I had a few people in the comments saying, hey, I play saying say hey. I have Reagan saying hi. If you are a Christian, you have to be able to walk. Who are you? I am the know-how of knowledge, and today we are talking about fake Christianity. The fact that there are too many fake Christians, and that the current view of Christianity is a fake view of it. The truth about being a Christian is this: to be a Christian, you have to be one who walks as Jesus walked, right? And I know that every person has sinned, nobody's perfect, right? But a Christian is somebody who walks as Jesus walked. I have put a poll on the chat. Are you a part time Christian? You're a scammer. I'm not a scammer because I'm not trying to sell you something. We are talking about Christianity. And you know what? I'm going to read to you why I'm saying that a lot of people are fake Christians. Um, if you read the Bible, you can follow with me. But I'm looking at this little chapter. It's backwards, isn't it? Isaiah 4, verse 1, right? And Shirks 1985, listen to this, right? It says this: in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, wear our own apparel. Let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right? Let me summarize it for you. This is a time in the Bible that actually happened. There was a time when there was more women than men because a lot of the men died in Israel, right? So there came a time when women would be flocking to men, right? There would be women, like 7 women would run to a man and say, hey, marry me. Please marry me. And men will be bombarded with requests of marriage. They'll be like, so this was a real event that happened, that women were running to men and saying, please marry me. I want your name. Give me your last name. Why? Because in the historical account, a widow was probably one of the lowest class person in the time of the Bible. Widows are looked upon as worse than street beggars, right? So if you are married, you are looked highly upon. So because a lot of the husbands died in the war in the Bible times, right? This is a literal prophecy that says women would run and say, I'm going to find any man. I don't care if he's already married, and ask him to marry me and say, listen, I have my own money. Don't worry, my kids are taken care of. I'm good. I have a business. I am good. I have my own clothes. In fact, I don't want you to do anything. Just sign this legal document and go on your way. That way, people can be like, okay, I have a husband on paper. But then we don't have to do marriage stuff. We don't have to actually go on a journey of marriage. Just give me your last name. That's all I want. 7 women will take hold of one man and say, give me your last name. This is a two-part prophecy because if we apply this today, right, a lot of people that say they're Christian are doing the exact same thing. They are saying, hey, give me the name of Christianity, right? I want to be called a Christian because if you're called a Christian, you are kind of looked like you're not crazy. If you just say, yes, I do everything, but I'm a Christian, that's a tick, right? Especially in some circles, if you don't believe in something, people will look bad at you for not believing in something. So people will be like, yeah, I'm a Christian. But the truth is, you have your own money, which means that you have your own stuff and you don't want to rely on God. Secondly, you have your own clothes, which means is you want to come as you are and you don't care about what will happen afterwards. You just want to tick a box and say, I have done the Christian thing, right? And people are saying, hey, what's the bare minimum I have to do to maintain the name of a Christian? I don't want to do the hard things, or I don't want to do any of the Christian things as Christ did them. What I want to do is I want to do the things that make other people look at me and say I'm a Christian. I said before, if people can look at your life and they can't see a Christian, that's a problem. But the bigger problem is if you are only doing things for people to see you as a Christian, that's an even worse thing. And I feel like this is where we are. A lot of people are saying this, right? I am a Christian, but are they actually praying? Are they actually being kind to people? Are they actually being nice to people? Are they actually reaching out to people? Are they actually studying the Bible, reading the Bible? Are they actually putting into practice what the Bible says? Are they actually doing the hard thing? Are they having a relationship with God? Or are they going to church twice a year, singing and praying and saying, I'm a Christian, and because you do it twice a year or 3 times a year, that makes you a Christian? Genuine question. I asked this in the chat. Are you a part-time Christian? Please comment down below. So I have 2 people saying they are not a part-time Christian. So for you 2 that have said you are not, comment down below why. Why are you not a part-time Christian? Tell me. I want to know. I am being serious. Tell me. Why are you not a part-time Christian? What? I have Apex saying, don't ever call him a scammer. He is the son of God. My goodness. Thank you for defending me there. There's only one son of God here. That's Jesus Christ. But I know what you mean. Thank you. I think there was a misunderstanding in the chat. But being a part-time Christian is a real thing. A lot of people have 2 identities, right? A lot of people have 2 identities. They have the identity of a Christian and the identity of not a Christian, right? They have a religious identity and they have a non religious identity. Let me end this poll, right? Because people have more than one identity, oftentimes people become like chameleons. They pick and choose who they are. And you know what's sad? Oftentimes I find that the majority of people that profess to be Christian in terms of they're actually maybe going to church every week, they are the ones who are professing they're praying, they're the ones who are professing they're doing a lot of good things, right? They sometimes have two faces. They have the face of I'm a Christian, but then when nobody's watching, what mask do they put on? Let me turn this back on you. How many masks do you have? Are you a different person based upon the environment you are in? Are you nicer in certain environments? Are you not so nice in other environments? That's a genuine question. How many masks do you put on every day? Fake Christianity is a problem. If we look again, I'm going to just talk about this one more time. If we look at what the Bible says about 7 women taking hold of one man, this is a literal prophecy that actually happened. It's a real story that happened in the Bible. In today's age, it is people in the world, the majority of people are going to take hold of the name of Jesus and say, I am a Christian. We will still do whatever we want to do. But please just give me your name so I can be a Christian. And now I'm a Christian, tick. Now I can go around and say, yes, I'm a Christian. Is there any evidence? Yes, I went to church twice a year. Okay, cool, you're a Christian. Is that really evidence? Or is that the bare minimum? I know it's very easy for me to say, hey, you know what? It's very easy to say that it's very easy to say that there's a lot of fake Christians because then it's like, am I a real Christian? Am I a real Christian? I am talking about fake Christianity. And I won't lie to you, sometimes I question that in terms of that, am I doing a good enough job in my journey with God? That is why I made this channel. And you know what? This is not a bad thing. If you have watched this back and you think, hey, maybe I'm doing Christianity part time, or you know what? Maybe if somebody watched me, there would not be enough evidence for them to say I'm a Christian. They might say he's a good person, she's a great person, but they might struggle to say, hey, that person's a Christian. So I'm gonna end the live here. So look back at yourself and if you're watching this afterwards, because most of you guys actually don't watch this live, you watch it afterwards. So for you who are watching this right now, think about what I'm saying. Is there enough evidence in your day-to-day life when you're going to the shops, when you're talking to your friends and family? Is there evidence in what you do privately that prove you're a Christian? If the answer is no, go back and reevaluate. I'm not saying go tick boxes and say I'm a Christian, but is your life evident of you being a Christian? And if it is not, you need to reevaluate what it means to be a Christian. Are you taking this journey seriously? Is it a serious journey? Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Peace. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna end it here because I want it to be over half an hour because that would be nice. But thank you everybody that subscribed. I was able to get 5 followers last time. So if you can subscribe to this channel, please, guys, it would mean the world to me. It actually tells YouTube to promote this channel. So please, if possible, can you subscribe to my little channel? We only have 70 followers. My goal is to get it to 100 people by Christmas. Let's do it. Can we get to 100 followers by December 25th? If we can do that, oh, that'll be amazing. So, what I want you guys to do if you're watching this afterwards is comment on this video what topics you want me to cover, and I will cover them in the next couple videos. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and yes, peace.